Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I am one of just two hosts today, Christian Cortez, joined always by
Michael Zapsik. How you doing, folks? We are missing the lovely and talented Julia Zapsik,
I
but
forgot amazing and wonderful and all that, but she deserved a little break.
she does. She deserved a little break.
She also says she doesn't want to pod with me anymore.
Yes, she played the race car.
The race car, by the way.
Yeah, she did. She said played the race car.
Has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, it's just absolutely. She's just playing. She's home playing with the race car. So
Well, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well now. Thank you, Christian. Christian and I had a little chat beforehand, and yeah, it was fun.
It was a good time. But hey, I mean, everybody's going through some stuff. I've been swamped with busy work the past week. Don't be surprised if I
not out
and feel dead. Yeah,
not out.
But it's been all good things. You know, our good buddy KP Burke.
Love KP Burke.
I just produced and directed his next comedy special.
Very nice. That was at the Comedy Dojo.
It was
very cool.
Sold out affair.
That's awesome. He invited me down, but unfortunately, I was up in the city.
Everybody was busy. We're all doing our thing, but it's all good things.
These are good things.
But it was him and Mike Sicoli. Both of them killed it. It was so much fun. Got to work with my amazing team of my usual staple of regulars. It was a good time. It was a very, very good time. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Hello.
Howdy, everybody. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And this is the part of the show where we chit chat.
Yeah.
Find out what's going on this past week. Did you think more about the Flintstones?
I haven't stopped.
I know, right?
Well, okay.
So anyway, I
recap
texted
this for the new people.
So for anyone who didn't watch or listen last week, Christian and he posed a question to me. If you could have any animated property with which to revamp
and adapt and do with
as I wish, what would I do? And I said, the obvious the Hanna-Barbera superheroes as like the Justice League in space, or the Guardians of the Galaxy, which would have been very cool as well. Because you got the Herculoids who are checking. They're like the home team, and they're just making sure that the base is all cool. But then you have Space Ghost and Birdman and the Mighty Might Thor.
You pitched a great series of movies there.
Yes, that is like everything like leading up to one combined universe.
But we start with Space Ghost.
We start with Space Ghost. And you give him like a really gritty.
That movie's gonna kick ass.
That would kick ass. But,
oh my god! And take names. Yes. Like literally all the stars would sign up.
Birdman, I would love for Birdman to be like Space Ghost happens in outer space, of course. But then you've got Birdman, who's on Earth, who is like, he steps up and he brings Earth to the cosmic stage.
Yeah, you have home plate heroes,
right?
And then you have the more galactic. But you start with Space Ghost because he's like that legacy character.
Yeah, and he's the linchpin.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be cool. So that was that. But the one that I wanted to come back to, the one that just resonated in me, and the one that I had the most fun.
Yeah, back and forth with us was so much fun.
The Flintstones.
Oh my god, the Flintstones is like ripe for this.
And I had oh my god, you didn't want to mess with the original song, the theme song.
No, I want to keep that.
No, I would love to recreate that same. If we can get somebody to match those vocals, but to have it like Flintstone, meet Fred Flintstone. He's a modern Cro-Magnon man.
Make it fit.
Yeah.
Oh man, so like the same kind of big
with
band
his
vibe.
Buddy
vocals.
Barney. Yeah.
They're
high up on the evolutionary tree. Yeah.
So like, you know what? I was realizing after the fact that like, this isn't just solely a Flintstones show then, because now more so than the original, Rubble is now like bigger on the stage than he was now in the original.
He should be huge on the stage.
For one, he should be. Two, you now introduce a sitcom where it's Flintstone and Rubble. I would argue that the title should be that, Flintstone and Rubble. Because think about this: the Flintstones implies that it is just the Flintstones.
You got
family.
it. Yes. Okay. Flintstone and Rubble.
Yeah.
All right.
And you have like a cool little. You have that dynamic where it's like, oh my god, Barney's in the spotlight, and that's part of the joke of the intro.
Yeah.
Where Fred's like, he's not ready to give that up, but Barney is all excited.
And Barney can slide down a dinosaur too. How about that? So that's and we had a voice cast. We did the voice cast afterwards.
Oh my god!
So anyway, if you're just tuning in and this is like the first time you've heard it, so the Flintstones, I would want Michael Imperioli as Fred. Very hey, how you doing? Very North Jersey.
And then oh my god, who did you have as Barney?
As Barney, I wanted Jason Segel.
Yes. Okay.
Which I think he would slay.
Yeah. He got that laugh down. I think he could do it.
So, and Mr. Slate, who is in our version the father, and we didn't pull this one out. This is afterwards. Is the father of Betty. So Betty Slate is there. You are.
That's Betty how they Slate. Meet.
So
it's basically Flintstones, like almost How I Met Your Mother, but it's but it's the coolest spin for me though was when we were able to like sum it up so simply, and it was basically Fred and Barney are amongst the first generation of cavemen
they're
to
the first,
figure out how to woo women.
Yeah, they're the first Cro-Magnons, as opposed to Neanderthals. So I think that would be just a great thing. And who was our Betty?
Oh my God, Betty was dope. Who watched last week's episode that could remember?
It was Abbott Elementary. Who's the
the woman who's the lead on that show.
The lead of Abbott Elementary. But Mr. Slate is Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's why we picked him. Because I don't want to say it wrong. Quinta Brunson. Yeah. Quinta Brunson.
Love it.
We thought would be kind of cool voice.
And who we thought would be Betty. Fantastic as Wilma. And I was looking for somebody like
this one blew my mind.
But it's perfect,
but
right?
It's so good.
Hannah Waddington, folks. As Wilma Flintstone.
Who's just returned from a sabbatical across the same continent because it's Pangea.
Yes, it's Pangea, but she traveled abroad. And by abroad, she like points over there and it's like 3 miles away. So yes, Pangea is a thing. And she went to finishing school like over there.
Oh man.
And yet they've got different accents. So we thought that would be really cool.
Everything about that concept to me is just so cool because for one, like I've always been trying to because Flintstones is a property that I really do enjoy. It was one of the first we're still talking about Flintstones. Anthony got a problem? Adios. Yeah, we're still talking.
You know what? Oh my God.
What you got?
Landfill is Barney Rubble's great son.
Oh my God.
Yes, Landfill.
There's a Landfill Rubble.
Yeah. Love it. Landfill Rubble.
You heard it, Silver Knight Kyle. Oh man. So Mike's idea, Anthony, we're now actually turning into this is our TV show now. So I think that this could be a frankly great show. It could work either or, to be honest with you, or do like what Flintstones did back in the day, make 6 or 7 episodes of the show and then do the Man Called Flintstone. So we'll just have our Man Called Flintstone at the end sometime.
I'll do it.
Yeah, we're cool with that. I just like this so much because all the new Flintstones adaptions that have come out have kind of shied away from using like Fred and Barney. Like even the newest one that I know of just utilized Pebbles and Bam Bam, and it was kind of on the goofier side of things.
I think it's because Fred's voice is so iconic. Alan Reed did such an amazing job that the guy who came after him sucked balls.
He does not.
Oh my God.
But here's the weird thing though, is that I know the vocal distinction, but that was also the Fred that I grew up with.
Right.
Because I would watch the reruns of the spin-offs with him.
Gotcha.
And then the original Flintstones.
Of course.
Which then it's the weirdest because they would air it all out of order.
But you realize, and you're sitting there going, wow, why didn't they get that guy back? Or why don't they have him? I'm just hearing him for the first time. He's amazing. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, why did I have to suffer through years of that inferior Fred? What's going on? And no, it's not Jesus saving the best wine for last. It is actually they had him first, and he epitomized the role. But I think that Michael Imperioli can come in with and make it his own.
Yeah.
And
that's the cool thing about this version is that it's so in line with the spirit of the original. Like
Right.
the cartoon humor is still there, but there's a cool new dynamic introduced that I think could really sustain a show.
Right.
Especially the concept of especially if we kind of melded it with the How I Met Your Mother kind of thing, or like
Yeah.
the newer sitcoms where it's like this is how Fred and Wilma and Betty and
we could even do one of the opening of a Flintstone and Rubble could be Fred sitting down, behind a desk, and all you hear is the voice of Michael Imperioli's voiceover, talking to Bam Bam and Pebbles.
Oh my God! See, when you every time you say Michael as Fred, I do hear it, but then I also know that this would happen in an alternate universe. That one universe where some madman suit hears this idea in the early 90s and it's like, let's make the most expensive live action sitcom of all time.
How awesome would that be?
Oh my God, I think that would be live action or animated. I prefer animation because I want to see that look kind of return, especially in an age now where they're tweaking CG animation to emulate 2D feeling things. I think that it would be such a cool
it would be
visual.
So great. They tried to do it with Jellystone, and they did it with
I love Jellystone.
Jellystone is great, except Yogi was not quite as
stupid,
one-dimensional, which could translate as stupid.
Well, it's weird because they flip it. They gave Cindy more of the personality.
Yes,
and then
which I like very much.
Yeah, she's dope on the show, but then take all that away that we know of really from Yogi.
Yes, and they take it away, and they amp him up. They make him a surgeon, but he's like the most arrogant. Well, surgeon. They make him so incredibly arrogant that Boo Boo is like he might as well be a sock.
Yeah,
for as much as
I do
Yogi
like their take on Boo Boo though.
Their dynamic is pretty damn awesome.
Yeah,
but it's also you're like, oh come on, man, this is like such a dysfunctional relationship.
Oh yeah, no, 110%.
And you're like, but I can get behind it.
What I love also about Jellystone, and this is totally off topic just for a brief second, is what they did to the banana splits on that show. I don't know if you got that far.
No, what?
Oh my God, they turned them into a gang of criminals.
Oh, that's so
And awesome. There's a moment where they're being fought against by our good guys, and they look into the camera and go, "We used to be cool," and it just shows their old selves, and you hear the tra-la-la, like a distant voice.
I love what they did with the Hillbilly Bunch. Or Hillbilly Bears. Oh my God.
They brought back everybody. Snagglepuss is even here.
I know. And that's the weird thing. They've got Jabberjaws.
Jabberjaw. They almost aside from the Scooby Gang, I think they've had almost every major Hanna-Barbera character.
Grape Ape, for God's sakes. I was like, holy cow.
So for those who do not know, Jellystone is a cartoon that is on Max, HBO Max, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Fuck the suits. And it basically takes all of the familiar Hanna-Barbera cartoons that we know and love and puts them in one town called Jellystone. So they're all living together in harmony, and it's just about as chaotic as you would expect it to be. It's from the creator of Chowder, actually, if you know that show. Yeah,
yes, I remember Chowder.
And Chowder was a favorite of mine.
Brian Doyle Murray, of course.
Had one of my favorite fourth wall gags of all time. They're talking about like, we're running out of money. You know what this means? We have no animation, and it cuts to the voice actors in the booth, and they're like, what are we going to do? And then they hold a car wash to raise money for the animation. Oh,
I can see Brian Doyle Murray doing that, so yeah.
Chowder was its own. Chowder was just ridiculous.
It was its own thing.
It was its own thing. So Jellystone comes along nails that kind of humor and then just infuses it with classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons, giving characters that arguably didn't even have personalities.
Yippee yappy and Yahooey.
Just killing it in terms of being a great cartoon.
And that was oh my god.
I need to pull up the list. Who else is on this show?
Oh god, it is we got Dana Snyder plays Snagglepuss.
What?
Yeah, Dana Snyder. Yeah, we're gonna get the voice cast for you, folks.
Because the Jellystone TV show,
it's pulling up Jellystone Resorts and Ranch.
Which cool, not for me. Let's see.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't even.
Voices of
Jeff Bergman, Jim Conroy, Ron Funches. Oh my God, Ron's in the show. Grace Helberg, Thomas Lennon is in this show. I didn't even pick up on his voice. That's so fucking funny. Dana Schneider. Who the hell? Oh my God, Space Ghost is here too. But I just want to know who plays all these people. I need like the list. Here's the Jellystone characters. Here we go.
Yogi is Jeff Bergman.
Jeff Bergman, who's played Yogi for forever. Like a lot of these guys, it's low key like they're.
That's right.
A lot of these guys, it's like they're legacy returnings for the voice acting cast. Huckleberry Hound, Jim Conroy, Snagglepuss, Dana Schneider.
Yeah.
I just hear Master Shake now. I can't help it.
I know, it's amazing.
Oh
right?
My God. Anytime like he shows up in something, there's a wonderful cartoon that just ended that he was on Disney called The Ghost and Molly McGee. And he plays just a grumpy ghost that lives in the attic of this girl's house.
Dana's a really great guy.
He seems cool.
He is so cool.
Listen, anyone who comes from that like Adult Swim kind of camp, I'm usually on board with.
Not those Nickelodeon people.
Not those Nickelodeon fuckos.
Fuckos. Oh wow. Yeah, he's right. Fuckos.
Top Cat is Thomas Lennon.
There you are. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of How I Met Your Mother, he was.
So if you have just a minute, go check out Jellystone. The episodes, it's 2 in 1, so it's like 11 minutes each, and you get a full half hour of great cartooniness. Yeah, and I feel like it would fit it. I feel like even our Flintstones idea
that would
falls
fit
into the camp of great, like honoring the legacy of what came before, while also being okay with paving new ground,
right?
And having the discussions that maybe even like the original show would parody and like talk about. But like, I think that this is such a fun idea, and it's been annoying because ever since we stopped talking about it last week, it's been on my mind.
I know, and you texted me, and because I texted you first, I texted you that why can't I stop thinking about this, and you said because it's a great idea. We can do it without the Flintstones connotation.
Yeah, there is a way to do it.
There is, but guess what? It's not as fun.
True. Yeah. Especially when you get to the like, here's how I met your mother kind of elements to it. Yeah. Like no one I don't know who gives a fuck about our newer caveman characters. If that was Fred and Wilma, yeah, we care. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
Whereas originals, it's not like
when you have that kind of clout behind you, it makes everything that you do after that either an homage or a pastiche. It's not like, oh, they ran out of ideas, because it's not about running out of ideas. It's about taking that legacy and doing something that you consider fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
I had this discussion with my son Daniel the other day. I said, did you ever just think something and say it out loud for yourself to amuse you in front of other people, and you didn't give a shit who he looks at me, he's like, I do it all the time. And I said, so do I. And I said, you are my son. So yeah, because I could give 2 shits less.
It's so, because listen, that's half of the ideas that I fucking make. It's for me. There's a project I'm working on right now solely because I want to see it. And you know what that is. I'm not going to announce that yet, but it's pretty big. I'm excited. I just won't say nothing yet. But Yeah, if you're not first amused by the idea that you want to bring out to the masses, is it really worth pursuing? Like,
No, of course not.
I'm the first audience member. I want to enjoy this.
I
know.
want to be the first one to buy a ticket to my own thing.
Yeah, 110%. Everything I have written is because I want to see it more than anything, or at least be able to read it. And then I do believe that if you kind of put it out there, it comes back in some form. My dad kind of believed that way a little bit. And
here you are.
And here I am. I'm working in this amazing comic book shop. I work under Kevin Smith, who my dad was a giant fucking fan of. Like, it does come back. So I think that by putting out this cool little Flintstones idea, maybe when I get that blank check from Warner Brothers, I could be like, hey.
I'm waiting for James Gunn to just be like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I do have control over not just the DCU, but the Hanna-Barbera.
I got everything, bro.
Yeah. So
I'm just Warner Brothers. I'm everything for them now.
I'm now just James Gunn. James motherfucking Gunn. So bring it. And
with that,
you know what? I'm gonna farm this out to, hey, I hear that Zapsik and Cortez have something that is really pretty unique. Let me farm it out to them.
Now, here's the worst case scenario for just 1 second. How, if you were given the green light to make this show, but unfortunately they were like, nah, take out the Flintstones, but you still wanted to do the Stone Age thing. I think that there is a funny comedy to be had of the first generation of suave cavemen.
So did the Geico cavemen. They thought that there was something out there.
What Geico cavemen? Exactly. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know of any.
I don't know of anything about like
they did with cavemen.
Yeah, I don't know. No. I don't know anything about that.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
But I think that, yeah, I want to see this idea happen. Yeah. I think it would be so cool. I'm to the point now where I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna commission an artist just so I could get these like hypothetical drawings done. So we shall see. I think it'll be cool. I just want to see it. I want to see more Flintstone stuff. I'm probably biased by that, but I don't care. I want to see more Flintstone stuff.
There should be more out there. So much more.
Oh yeah.
So,
but c'est la vie. We do not run these companies yet. So
sons of bitches.
James knows what's up, though.
Yes, he does.
Let's see. Zab, you're one of the nicest people I have met. Rock
thank
on.
You, Corey.
I want to see some Captain Caveman. I'm with you, Chrissy.
Yes, Chrissy.
Yeah, 110%. You know, it'd be actually kind of funny. Oh, you go first.
I just had a thing. Captain Caveman is he's just a fucking psycho out there in Bedrock.
Oh my god!
Just walking around smacking people on the head with a thing. Do-batters, but he's not like licensed by anyone. He's not like a true superhero.
He's just Captain Caveman.
Yeah. And people are like, what? And just get smacked on the head after they like.
There's not many things that movie Scoob did right, but Tracy Morgan as Captain Caveman was pretty fucking funny. It was pretty damn good. I will say that. My take on Captain Caveman that I think would be really funny for this hypothetical Flintstone show is that they unthaw him and he's still a caveman. So, like, theoretically, there's even further cavemen back from even when Fred and Barney. Like, there's like going back even farther. Captain, they keep just unthawing him.
But hold on, what if it's like he's only been frozen for like 30 years? You're like, does this and there's like just this whole thing's like, does this happen often? It's like, yeah, a lot more than you think.
Oh my god! So Captain Caveman comes back, right? They unthaw him.
He's like, I'm in the future, and it's like, dude, you've been gone for like
30 years.
Yeah.
Now, Captain Caveman, as we have established, is of the old guard of cavemen.
Right.
So there's a certain way of going about things, and it just includes just bonking on the head. That's about it. And that's why he does what he does.
Can you imagine if we got like rated R version of?
Oh my god!
Like smacks Hannah Waddington on Hannah
Oh my
Waddington
God.
Wilma on the head. It's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
And everybody's just like, yo, what are you doing?
And she beats the living piss out of him.
Oh my God.
Oh, how awesome would that be?
So
He's
Captain
like,
Caveman
Captain
in this situation is like, oh my God, that's so fucked up. He's like he's getting canceled for doing his own, what he thought was normal back in the day.
Right.
Because he becomes unthawed, and Fred and Barney are like, that's not how we do things now. I know that that's how they did it
30
years ago, maybe 5 years ago, but we don't do that way no more.
You could even do like a Goodfellas. Like, hey, why don't you go home and get your fucking shine box? Why don't you go back to your ice cube and get your fucking shine box?
You know what's crazy too is like, I know that there's the very easy way to lean into this being adult, like that. There's fun there to be had for sure, but I really do think that there is an art to making that kind of humor accessible for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
in the weird way, because like if you even go back to it, like old Flintstones would get a little raunchy, but of the time,
Yes.
and make it work.
Yes, and they slept in separate beds.
Yeah, they
Which is like, dude, you had to fucking carve out 2 goddamn beds out of stone.
Yeah.
That's
a feat in of itself.
Holy crap, that's a lot of work.
Like, good for you. I think that I think that could be, there's so much that you can do with this idea of the Flintstones, and then especially if you have fun bringing in the greater Hanna-Barbera universe. Like, there's fun to be had here for sure. Let's see. We already got a Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Let's just go ahead and do Captain Caveman.
But wouldn't that just be like Captain Caveman Slaughter? Like Bigfoot?
I think that would be like the obvious approach,
Mhm.
but it's still, the trick would be to still retain the fun and physical comedy of Captain Caveman.
Like he's
But like,
instead, Captain.
I mean,
If you heard Captain Caveman, you're like, the fuck?
what the, yeah, like what, like, especially now, like if Red Bank after a certain hour, ghost town.
Yeah.
If I was all the way down the street and from the top of the street, I just heard Captain Caveman. Like, no, I'm no, absolutely not.
No, seriously, you pull out a gun. You're like, all right, I'm
Just
coming.
like-
I'm there.
What the fuck has happened to the neighborhood? I'm good. What was the other question? Wasn't this last week's discussion? We're just picking it up. Okay?
Oh my God, yes. And we are actually going to move on to something else.
Listen, this has just been an idea that's been stuck in our head
for the
since
past week,
we've
and
come
we
up with it.
just spoken.
But
to
now
each
we've also come up with some new landfill lore. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, this is cool.
He likes his landfill, so I like me some landfill too.
It'll be a good time. So before we had started the show, we're on the next topic now, folks. You can be like, all right, they're done with the Flintstones. You had asked me about physical media.
Yes.
So what was you were starting it, but then I was like, oh wait, table it. So what was your question going to be about physical media, if you recall?
I recall asking you, do you still collect physical media? Which, I mean, it's obvious that I do. I collect comic books, for God's sakes. Mostly trade paperbacks and hardcovers now. But space becomes an issue.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, I mean, it's sad, but so damn true. And I've talked to Steve Jeppe about this. I've talked to Josh Jeppe. And there's only so much that you can collect. It's like that old Stephen Wright joke where he says, I have a vast collection of seashells. Perhaps you've seen them. I keep it on the beaches around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, yeah, can't have everything. Where would you put it?
Yeah.
So do you get specific in what you collect, and how do you filter it down?
So I do get specific. I love collecting Blu-rays and DVDs. I love bonus features. I love bonus content. Like that type of like extra material about a movie is like gold to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like my favorite recent release that I got was a Blu-ray remaster of Maximum Overdrive that includes unseen behind the scenes material of them blowing up the fucking truck stop,
Oh.
as well as a commentary with a few of the cast members about how crazy that production is.
Was
So-
one of them Emilio Estevez?
No, I don't think. I
No,
don't think
what
they got
the
Emilio.
fuck was he doing? Holy shit!
He had his new Mighty Ducks thing going on when
could've
they were
done it-
making it.
They could have done it like an
He
hour
had
ago.
that Disney money. He
He's
was
not
like,
doing-
He's like, I don't talk about Maximum Overdrive.
Why not? That I would have been like, this is awesome. Maximum
Listen,
Overdrive. I mean, the Green Goblin as a truck.
with Marvel's permission. I
Yes.
love that. I love how at some point in the mid '80s, Stephen King walks into the Marvel office and is just like, "Hey, so
Yeah.
I want to put the
Yeah.
Green Goblin's face on the front of a truck, and it's going to be great."
And people like,
And people are going to be scared.
and there's one guy who's the only thing that he heard when Stephen King walked in the room was Captain Caveman. He's like, yes, Stephen King, whatever you want, because
We'll give you anything. Just go away.
yeah, that
Maximum
would
Overdrive was born.
that would be, or he just pulls up in the goddamn truck. He's like, look down there, don't let me do it.
Mine.
You don't let me do it.
You know
Fuck you,
that
I'm
that's-
gonna kill y'all.
You know that's actually a script that's actually circulating.
What?
Like Stephen King making Maximum Overdrive, like how his career peaked, but then around that point was when like he really started to develop like his drug problem. And the movie script that is circulating is about him working on that movie and how batshit it was.
Oh my god, I can only imagine, because I don't know if you knew this story. Let's talk Stephen King stories. This is one of my favorite ones.
Mhm.
He was not allowed on the set of Carrie.
Yeah, because him and not Carrie. Wait, really?
Carrie, no, he was not allowed. This was his first. I mean, it was his first book.
That was the
his-
first adaptation?
yes,
Like the first Stephen King ever movie?
ever, and they were
Whoa.
very. It was Brian De Palma.
Yes, it was.
And he was very loyal to the book,
Mhm.
but he would not let, and this is how Hollywood used to work, folks. He had when he started casting for Carrie, he called all of his buddies, his director buddies, and they came down and they were, hey, what's going on? Hey, everybody. That's where Steven Spielberg met Amy Irving.
Wow.
That's where Brian De Palma met.
The woman who plays Carrie.
Yeah,
Wait.
but his wife.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What's her name? She was in. Damn it.
Well, we have Google.
We do have
let
Google.
me look this up real quick.
She was in RoboCop 2. Nancy. Was it Nancy? Brian De Palma married to
Nancy Allen.
Nancy Allen. There you go.
Oh, RoboCop's partner.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So she was. One of her first movies was Carrie. But De Palma. He's like, you know what? Writers creep me out, so I don't want him on set.
We're not that creepy. I mean, no, never mind. That caved real quick. Anyway, but yet to your point, I love collecting when I can, and it is really space.
Well, now I'm
dependent.
collecting Stephen King story.
Let me tell you though, I was on set this weekend. Aside from KP's thing, I was working on my buddy Ryan's short film, and we were working with my buddy Adam, who rolled through to act in the film, and we were talking about DVD collections. He was actually going to trade a James Bond collection of the earlier movies for something with one of Ryan's family members. But anyway, Adam started talking about how he collects, and I love having a Blu-ray DVD box.
Mhm.
Like that's part of the fun. It's the artwork.
The charm,
it's
of course.
the cool thing. I about jumped across the table when Adam told me he throws them away and puts the discs in just the thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about too.
My wife made me do that. Yes, for many of my yes, yeah, I know. Hey, I'm telling. I understand, but she's like, we don't have enough room, and she was right.
I know I know there's right and wrong and right.
But if there is a right and wrong in this universe, that was heartbreaking because we did that. I got it, but
I can't justify doing it. I have to have it there. Like the disc, oddly enough, is not necessarily the most special part of it. It has the thing that I love on it, but the packaging and the showmanship of it,
I'm with you.
is such important.
Long play, long LP, long play.
Yeah.
When they came with liner notes,
so good.
it was just awesome.
Yeah.
And the Beatles sucked doing liner notes.
Did they really?
Oh my God, they're if they did them half-assed, and you can never tell who was on the album.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Clapton did a shit ton for the Beatles, but you
can't find the credit for it properly anywhere.
Credit.
You know what? This is true. It really does depend on whether or not you have the space for it. It's part of the way that I had grown up. I'd always seen my dad's display of awesome movies, which I finally went through when we were in Tom's River. And it was just so cool. And I loved how I had everything. It's fun to be able to display all the movies you loved. I had like levels to it.
Gotcha. I understand that completely. But there are, like, I have, and you saw it up at ASU when I had all of our, the library, when I brought my library.
Oh, that library was so cool.
It was awesome. It looked beautiful. Now it's in my basement.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it still looks gorgeous. But you run out of room.
You 100% do.
There's so much stuff out there, and they're still making it. So that's what kills me.
In DVD, I will trust. I just I know there's even a few VHSs that I bought just as the case of like I have to. This is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody had gifted Bullet on VHS to me that I was like, oh, that's super fucking cool. Yeah. So one day I will proudly display my collection shamelessly. But until then, it lives in boxes in the garage.
I got you.
And purchases are on hold unless something really cool comes out.
Right, like a
4K. Like a 4K. Like they just announced they're doing like a 4K Criterion of Risky Business, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Becca De Mornay.
I'm like, "What? You really have?"
Wow, I didn't even mean to rhyme.
It meant to rhyme. It needed to rhyme, and then like. We also have some fucking laser discs. Oh man, we have laser discs. I remember watching Toy Story on Laserdisc, and when I finally went to a friend's house who had it on like VHS, it confused me that the movie didn't stop after a certain point. That I had to then flip over like a record, and I was like, "Why don't you stop the movie?" It's like it just plays through. What's wrong with you? Like, I guess I just watch on Laserdisc, but hey, that's just the upgrading I had.
But that's fine because Titanic came in
like 4, right?
Yeah,
it's like 4 separate discs.
Yeah, no, not discs. They're the tapes, 2 of those.
The massive, just
yeah.
You know, have you ever watched the Leonard Nimoy Laserdisc commercials?
No.
Oh my god, it's Leonard Nimoy trying to sell the Laserdisc player in like the early 80s as like this massive technology, which it was, to be fair, like this
back in the day, of course,
massive technological achievement. And it's if you ever just have a minute,
I'm gonna go to YouTube when we're done here. Leonard Nimoy is one of my favorites.
He's a man. Come on,
he could sell me anything.
Leonard Nimoy is just like, sir, here's garbage, $1,000.
Yep. Will you take a check? Which is also garbage.
Oh man, in physical media, I will forever trust. I mean, digital copies are cool, but like, especially now where people are starting to realize that like those libraries can disappear.
I know.
Yeah. Like I know people who have spent thousands on digital copies only for like a quarter of their collection to just disappear.
Yep.
When a company is just like, yeah, we don't want that on your service anymore. Sorry.
I know. That's why you want the physical media.
Yeah. Like the ideal version of streaming is that all these places that have these things just fucking let the movies live there. Not let them hop around and I have to go look for it. Like if a Paramount movie is not on Paramount and it's on HBO Max, like that's the most annoying thing.
Of course it is. Because then you gotta do that whole 7 days to I get a free trial, and then because I just dumped Paramount.
You did?
Yeah, I dumped Paramount. Got it till May 11th. I'll pick it back up when Strange New Worlds come out, and unfortunately, Lower Decks
just hit the chopping block.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
and they have one more season. I'm very glad for that. Glad we had 5 seasons.
5 seasons now is a big deal for a cartoon.
Sad we don't have more.
Yeah. But I'm honestly though, like that show cemented itself in a big bad way that I know we'll probably see those characters again.
I hope so. Yeah. And because we saw them in live action and they were great.
They were pretty awesome. That's a great episode.
Yeah.
But I can get dumping Paramount. There's not really like even them, I think they're considering either changing it again or merging it with something.
Let's put it this way. I got the Paramount. I didn't get like basic. I got the Primo stuff. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. What else have I got? And they're like, well, you can upgrade. And I'm like, I can upgrade and do what? They're like, well, you can upgrade and watch Yellowstone. I'm like, fuck you. That should be part of Paramount's basic package. For God's sakes, what is wrong with you?
But to watch Yellowstone, you had to upgrade?
I would have to upgrade.
Nah,
I'm like,
that's foul.
Nah. That's an awesome fuck you to the suits. Cause it's like,
I'm already paying.
Yeah, I'm paying. And you want more money from me? Go fuck yourself.
You think you're worthy of more of my paycheck? Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'll gladly torrent your show.
Seriously. I'll put my kids on it.
The diversification of these libraries are maddening. Warner Brothers stuff on Netflix. Netflix has 4 of 8 seasons of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's stupid. And does Hulu have all of it? Or did it go to Peacock? Or is it on Fox? Or do I have to get Fox streaming? Or is it on AMC for no fucking imaginable reason?
I literally, do you know the show Suits?
I love Suits. But guess what? Fuck you, because that's on...
It's on Netflix, the first 8 seasons.
Yes.
And then the last one is on Peacock behind a paywall.
Of course it is.
And it's just like, why?
I know.
Like, but then the entirety of Suits is also on Peacock. And I'm just like, but why? What's the...
I saw 30 Rock, which I loved. Love 30 Rock. And I want to... That reminds me of something. 30 Rock, great show. Now it's behind a paywall on Peacock. I am not paying for Peacock. Fuck you. That's Channel 4. That's NBC. Yeah. NBC was never worth paying for. So I'm like, holy shit.
NBC was never worth paying for.
And
sorry, that was good.
I was like, okay. So 30 Rock was the number show that came out that year that actually made it. Because it was 30 Rock and then there was Studio 60.
Where the pilot is great and then the show falls apart after.
The show falls way apart. So I just rewatched it.
Studio 60?
Studio 60. Because I'm a gentleman who is, I told you, I am open to change.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a good enough case, I will open up my mind and perhaps change.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm watching this, and it's got Matthew Perry, who I have criticized openly on this show prior to his death, because he had written something vile about Valerie Bertinelli.
And you were just not a fan.
I wasn't a fan just because, and I didn't like Friends. I know it's an unpopular opinion. I don't like Friends. Friends is very smarmy to me. Friends is like, oh, and you know that maybe all 6 of them could afford an apartment in New York together, maybe a 1-bedroom or maybe even a studio, but they couldn't afford that place.
No.
And didn't anyone have a job? They were all hanging out together like 12, 14 hours out of the day.
For me, I don't know what it was, but it was just like Friends never gelled with me, especially in an age where I was growing up, and I was just like, but Fresh Prince is on at the same time on Nick at Night. I don't want to. Yeah, Fresh Prince it is.
All right, there
Yeah,
you go.
I'm good with this.
Hey, I love Carlton.
Listen, I know it's different shows, but like it just Friends never gelled.
No,
And I get it. I get it was a phenomenon and cool.
I'm
and
sure
and
it
I'll
was,
be
but not for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was never like
if a show got its laurels, which it did, cool,
Yeah.
good for it. I'm not knocking that. It's
No,
just like
I'm just
it
saying
doesn't
that
click.
It wasn't good for me.
Yeah.
And for me, I just thought it was smarmy. That's it. Hey, some people think I'm smarmy. That's fine. But I love Bradley Whitford, even though I know he was smarmy on West Wing. He was smarmy in
Keith Madlock. Friends is the sitcom for basic blonde women.
There you go. Wow.
Jesus, dude. you said the quiet part out loud.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
Keith, love you.
Oh, God. Yeah, no.
But he was smarmy in Billy Madison. I loved him in Billy Madison. He was great. The delicious Triscuit crackers in my stomach. So you've got Bradley Whitford.
You
who
made
was
intense eye contact with
I
me
did.
while you said that, too.
beautiful, the delicious Triscuit crackers.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry, it doesn't put the delicious Triscuit crackers in my stomach, Carl. So, he was great. He was like an absolute scumbag, and he played one of the Rahm Emanuel on West Wing. That was who he based his character on. Yes, Josh Lyman was based on Rob Emanuel. Rom, not Rob. I'm sorry, Rob. Rob Emanuel's out there going, what is he talking about? Son of a bitch. He's like getting me confused with that guy from the Hillary campaign. Holy God.
Sanford and Sons and Landfill. Now that's a reboot. Damn.
Oh, holy crap. Hey, dummy, go outside and kick
he's
Landfill in the nuts.
He's not even afraid of Landfill. He's just like, get to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Landfill's always just trying to scare
Landfill,
him.
you so ugly.
Landfill, you so... I can't even fucking do it. I'm so bad. Oh, that would be so good. I love anything Red Fox. I'm so on
All right, so
board
if we
with.
got Landfill, then he's got to cross over with Sanford and Son and the Fat Albert. And
there's got to be an issue or like an arc eventually where Landfill is just channel surfing somehow. Like he goes through all of these legacy shows.
yes,
and
but
he's
he
just-
also has to go to it because,
Oh my God, like Pennywise it?
well, yeah, because they
Oh.
played around a dump.
Oh my God. Yeah.
There you go. So
Yeah. That would be a kick-ass fight.
So
Sorry.
we are going off on way too many tangents here. But
Oh yeah.
so I'm watching it.
Ooh,
and,
fly.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm watching Studio 60 and I'm empathizing. I'm watching it knowing that Matthew Perry's dead right now. And this is, I never watched The Odd Couple because I don't feel I have to. I've already seen perfection with
The Odd Couple.
With The Odd Couple. Yeah. Not the one with Sally Struthers either. I'm talking
The original. Dun, dun,
I'm
dun,
I'm talking about
dun,
Tony Randall and Jack Klugman. So, but I'm watching it knowing that I'm watching him and knowing that he's struggling with the same things that this guy's struggling with. You know, because in there he had a drug addiction. And yeah, drug addiction, when you're a druggie, you do stupid and stupider things. So I'm like, maybe he wrote that book and it was just like a stupid phase in his life. So I'm trying not to be so judgmental.
Mhm.
I'm trying to be curious, a little bit more curious about why did he do it? You know, why would you say these things that are incendiary? And, you know, the most basic thing comes back to me is like, to sell books. I'm like, yeah, probably. There you go.
I mean, we respect the honesty.
Yeah.
So
But you don't have to like trash somebody else for that. So that's just me.
true. No, I get it. Which is why, like, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna watch Studio 60. I think that I know
don't have
enough
to.
about it that I'm just like, cool.
You don't have to, but it's one of those shows that, I mean, if Did you ever watch The Newsroom? Another Aaron
With that,
Sorkin,
with
another Aaron Sorkin joint.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, yes.
Yes. I watched the
And-
first season of it and loved it. And
Yeah.
it just happened to fall off. But it wasn't like out of quality of the show. It was
No,
just
show
like,
show had quality all the way to the end.
oh yeah.
But if you have a beginning, a middle, and an end, I think after like season 4 of season 4 of West Wing, after Aaron Sorkin left, he kind of got
That's right.
forced
He got
out.
fired.
He got forced out by NBC. Again, there you go. You can peacock.
Go fuck yourself.
There you go, exactly. Everything went downhill because nobody knew how to write for Toby.
Okay. So it was like once that voice that was so peculiar to the show leaves, it's very hard to, it's easy to distinguish the two eras between when he's there, when he's not there. I get that. There's some of my favorite shows when the original showrunner leaves, you automatically notice like this is different.
Yeah.
Because it's someone taking their own spin on the characters. And sometimes that's not necessarily what's needed. They kind of just need to pick up the status quo and kind of shepherd it through. New things are always welcome, but like drastic changes are usually
frowned upon.
I would say so.
Yes, but my whole takeaway from that is that you're like looking and you're like, you know what? It's more along the lines of not so much that they didn't know how to write for him. It's not that they came in and they changed Toby's personality.
They just didn't know.
They didn't. Well, Sorkin and everybody else, Tommy Schlamme, and the dude's name was Tommy Schlamme, and his entire writing staff. I'm sure that they, a whole bunch of other people left, but they just wrote Toby as an angry, bitter guy, which he really wasn't. He was a deeply caring guy who
jaded.
Yeah, he was cynical. He was jaded, but he would get those like hits of humanity, which I thought was pretty cool. And no one else.
I like those kind of characters. West Wing is one of those shows where I've heard just an abundance of good. That at this point in my life, I think I just need to bite the bullet and just watch it. Where is it available?
Probably on Peacock, or I can loan you my physical media. I'll bring it next week.
With all the commentaries and...
Yes, sir.
Yes!
Oh, holy shit, Martin. I'm never going to see you again.
Nope. Goodbye. This is my last episode. Oh, man. Physical media will always... until the day Netflix or any of these companies can see the value in it, because Netflix needs to learn. I would probably pay that extra $5 if I knew that a really dope movie came with a commentary.
Yeah.
Like they have it. They have the movies in other languages. They have behind the scenes materials of other movies. I would watch it. I would listen if they had commentary tracks. If it was as loving of cinema as it claims to be, it would have those things.
Why don't you get somebody who doesn't even have to necessarily be associated with the movie? If you look, and there is a copy out there someplace of Roadhouse with commentary by Kevin Smith and Scott Mosier. Yes, they did commentary for Roadhouse.
Why?
Because they loved the concept. The movie is phenomenal. How can you not love Roadhouse? With Patrick Swayze and Roadhouse. Pain don't hurt. Pain don't hurt. The double douche. There's no way to not love that movie. And these guys, they lovingly, it's almost like a roast of it. But yeah.
See that I like that though. Like when you're able to know that, like when you know what you're looking at isn't the greatest, but you still love it.
Mm-hmm.
That I have a movie. I can't name it publicly because I've joked about this for years.
Sicilian Vampire.
Sicilian Vampire could fall into the crack of that.
But the crack of your other movie. There you go.
If Paramount ever called me,
thank you, Keith. The commentary's on YouTube. There you go.
Oh, I'm listening to that tonight. Oh, that's gonna be good. But if Paramount Pictures were to ever call me after I were to get famous, whatever the fuck that means, and they were like, Christian, we're releasing a 20-year anniversary edition of the movie Monster Trucks. I could do it in a heartbeat. That movie is so bad, but I love it because of how bad it is.
How about Money Plane?
Oh my God.
We'll do Money Plane.
Let's do it. Bad movie commentary is so much fun.
We actually were trying to do that. We had Jackass at Flashback.
What?
The
fuck? What? That's a great title, by the way.
Jackass at Flashback. It was me and actually oh my God, you should join us. We can resurrect it. How do you feel about that?
Well, what was the thing? What was it?
We watch a movie and
just roast the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
It's our own Mystery Science Theater.
It was me and Matt Magnifico.
Oh, I'm in.
Yes.
I'm in. Oh my God, that's so good.
And if we could get, oh my God, we should do it at Smodcastle Cinemas.
I'm on like fly on shit. That sounds dope. I'm down, especially now considering that Smodcastle is now doing like their like movie society club now.
Yeah, cool.
They just started that. I just saw that. Idea. Let me see. Mystery Science Theater 3000 Stash Blasters. I'm down. You can just do that yourself and put it on YouTube, kind of like Mystery. And you made the joke before I finished typing. Yeah, we know it's like Mystery Science. Gotcha. Listen, a tried and true formula is a tried and true formula. They did it before. It's just us riffing on these fucking movies. Like I was doing that during a movie that I will not discuss. I'll tell you after the show. And it was some of the most fun I was having, even with the movie.
Actually, you can still download the Jackass at Flashback.
Can I really?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
All right. Yeah, go watch our stuff and tell me that it wasn't kind of funny.
It was kind of funny.
No, you haven't seen it yet. So.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Yeah, people seem to be into it.
I would love to do it, and I'd love to do it in front of like a live studio audience. That would be cool.
Would you guys come? Would you guys come?
Yeah, would you guys come?
Would you guys come buy tickets? That's how we show them that we want these things. You let them know it's Smodcastle that they want our show to come through, where we just roast old movies, bad movies.
That'd be great.
Oh my God. What movie would you want to do first?
What will we do first?
Would it have to be Sicilian Vampire?
Sicilian Vampire would be very good. I don't know. Give me a week to think about it.
Sicilian Vampire is like a good choice, though.
Oh, it's so good.
Maybe we should get something with Michael Imperioli and be like, Michael, come on down. We also have this Flintstones concept
I got this
for you.
Thing that I want to talk to you about too. Jason Segel, he's on board.
He's into it. James Gunn, who's an active watcher of our show.
My God, yes, he's all about it.
He's hugely into it.
Yes, he's given us the green light to do this. Hannah Waddington is all about Eve.
Yeah, they're everybody's on board, and you should be too.
Oh my God, Zardos! Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
Oh my God, there's so many. Well, there was. What was that fucking time travel movie you made me? Time Chasers.
Let's do Time Chasers.
Time Chasers would be so good.
That's right.
Time Chasers would be good because I would argue that it's actually not bad. Like I had fun with that movie.
We all had fun with that movie. Oh man, let's do Time Chasers.
For those who don't know, back towards the beginning of this show, a movie called the Adam Project. Was it the Adam? So, yeah. The Adam Project.
ADAM.
Yeah, the Adam Project came out on Netflix. It was a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Joint.
And it was Ryan Reynolds joint. And Mike was like, yeah, you can't watch that unless you watch Time Chasers because they're practically the same thing.
They're almost the same movie.
And I was like, I get okay. And you were right. That was the superior way to watch it. You watch Time Chasers first, and then you watch the Adam Project.
That's awesome.
ADAM. Oh man, that'd be so much fun to live react to because the special effects alone, would be so fun. Yeah, I'm in on this.
Cool.
That'd be so good. My name is Bruce with Bruce Campbell.
Let's not. No, my name is Bruce with Bruce Lee. Well, yes, we could do it with Bruce Campbell. Why not?
No. That's
They
the
call me
that's
Bruce.
the
There we
movie.
go.
That's
yes,
his.
my name is Bruce. Yes, with Bruce Campbell, but they call me Bruce. And I was like, wow, okay, there we go. Josh Gunn. Nice. Tell your brother, James, you want the green light. So all of our lies can actually become true.
We just need that deal, you know.
Yes.
We just need that Warner. But just let your brother know, like we got those concepts he's looking for.
Holy fuck. Oh my God.
What is it? This comment
Yes,
from Silver Knight Kyle?
No, we're not going to get Paul Rudd, although I would love to have Paul Rudd there.
That'd be so good.
But
Mac and me.
Mac and me is our first one.
Mac and me.
Yes. Let me call up. I got to call Matt Magnifico. And yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so fucking funny.
And we're going to have to get signs made up. And we're going to have to do Jackass.
So here's what we do. We need to advertise it as Time Chasers and invite Conan O'Brien.
Oh.
and then start Mac and me.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Oh, so good. Oh, shit. No, Godzilla versus Megalon would be fun because of the flying drop kick.
Then
Oh
any
my
episode of Star Trek will do.
God.
So many flying drop kicks.
I mean, the bad episodes of Star Trek, but there aren't that many
There are a
in the
couple.
original. There's a couple, but there's not like
All right.
a plethora. But anyway,
We could. Oh man, I could come up with a whole bunch, like the nude bomb, Maxwell Smart and the nude bomb.
There-
Anything from 1980.
this is just a winning idea of just riffing on bad movies is just so much fun.
It is awesome.
But we could come up with concepts all day, but you know, we got places to be.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
So
I gotta go home, so
He's got to get some sleep.
I gotta get some sleep. I got more stuff coming up this week that I gotta deal with. Oh my God, I have work at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Oops.
God, you?
Yeah.
Damn.
Me getting up early, that don't happen. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in to yet another episode of Live from the Secret Stash, where fly.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Oh, hi there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. You guys are awesome as always. Remember, stay awesome, be awesome.
Love you guys.
Take care. Have a good one.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude.